Now this job is another job that's a couple of years old, back when I was driving Unit 23. And so this one's been sitting in my computer for quite a while, just waiting to be uploaded. And came out to this call. It was a Chevy S10 run into the ditch right next to this person's mailbox. Going to be fairly simple, and the truck is fairly rusted, so there's going to be a little bit of rust that's going to give way during this recovery. I'm going to start winching on it, and a few parts and pieces might give way here and there. Of course, you won't be able to see that in the video, but you'll be able to hear it pretty good. So down in the ditch there, getting it hooked up with the V-bridle to the frame. Setting up the snatch block. Some trucks run side pullers. On my new truck I have a side puller and the snatch block, but I normally use a snatch block for side pulling purposes, especially if it's off the back of the truck, off the very back of the rollback. Now this is a real American fella here. He wants to help out. If it wasn't for liability, I would let him help out, but unfortunately liability won't allow us to let people help out in their recoveries. I commend the fella for wanting to help out, though. I feel his pain. I would want to have something to do with my truck too. I really feel for him, but at any rate, not allowed to let people help out, so I had to ask him to step back over to the side. And there, when the bumper goes up against the pavement, it kind of wants to let go because of the rust, so I lifted up the bed to kind of pull it over the lip of the pavement. Now she's going to come right out. When she rolls out like that by herself, we call that popping out. The resistance of the ditch is gone. Now I just used my bed to lift up the rear end of my truck, the rear axles of my truck, and slide the truck forward. No use in getting in and out of the truck. To move the truck around like that, you can just pick the truck up and move it with the hydraulics. Now we're using the bed to pull the truck out. When you're recovering a vehicle out of a ditch, you can always use the bed. You can run the bed forward, or you can run the synthetic rope in or out. Lots of things you can do. Picking the truck up, moving it back again. Throw some snatch blocks. No. I slid some what we call skates under the wheels, and got the rear wheels locked with the emergency brake. When you set it up like that, you lock the back wheels with the emergency brake, and you put those sliders or skates underneath the tire. Once you start pulling it with the winch, it's going to come right to the winch. The vehicle going to slide right to the winch every time. It just can't help but do it. Once it starts sliding, like I say, it goes right to the winch. The vehicle slides right to the center of the bed. Pick it up, throw some chains on it, we'll be on our way. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time.